As we grow, we know.
Alright guys, yeah, so cool, I'm back for another live. I kind of got used to it yesterday, so that was quite cool, really nice. So basically, like I learned a lot about sort of stuff that I was talking about yesterday. But I think, like what's key is to sort of share, like where I am, like where I've come from to a certain extent, and like why I'm here. So basically, I've worked in healthcare for years now, nearly like 10 years. It's something that I've always loved like working with people, helping people achieve their goals, in the medical, clinical sense, which brings loads of satisfaction, and to know that you're impacting someone's life, on a day-to-day basis with not only like advice and clinical interventions, but also like with your own with my own personality. So really, the reason why now I've chosen the life and mindset of entrepreneurialism is because I feel that it's a better way, because there's always something that is going to get in the way of like us sort of pursuing stuff that we really want to go for. And a lot of the times, like it is about fear. And all of us entrepreneurs or not, we all know about that fear. And a lot of that fear is to do with change. And the thing with change is that it's unpredictable. Excuse me. Because we just ain't been there before. We just don't know what it's like. So becoming an entrepreneur, creating opportunities for other people is something that on a day-to-day level is something that's very challenging. And I think what's really good about it, and I think that's why a lot of entrepreneurs that I've met, had the pleasure to meet, very strong-minded, because every day, we have to wake up every day, and get the fire started. And sometimes, people, they use, spirituality. I always go down the spiritual route. Like when I wake up, like I do my prayers early in the morning. And I'll make sure that, I've got a heavy dose of spirituality in me to get me balanced, keep me grounded, but also propel me forward. And then from there, hi Sunita, nice to see you. From there, I always make sure that I'm listening to, I wouldn't say motivational, but just something that, engenders the positive mindset, because that's the biggest thing, the positive mindset. Loads of people go on about it, but it's so important. And a lot of times, not only entrepreneurs, but everybody experiences that time where you have to cut certain people off. Some people who are just always just on a negative, and that's just their way. But basically, I wanted to share with you guys, a poem, a piece of writing that, I refer to like every day, just because of the journey that I'm on, the journey to break the cycle of underachievement. Because a lot of things that that I've experienced, a lot of things that I've done in my life or haven't done, is because of underachievement, and not following through, not being consistent. Wherein now, I'm faced with such a huge opportunity to make massive changes and break big cycles, not only in my life, but can help to impact other people's lives. So that's like one of the things that's really held me back. I would say I'm a serial underachiever, and I'm consistent, or used to be consistent at being inconsistent. So that's something, that like I'm blatantly looking to change, and thankfully, I'm able to do that right now. And it's a great challenge, because it's something that you have to wake up for every single day. And no 2 days are the same. Some days you're just like, I can't be arsed with this thing, And other days, like you're like, yeah, I'm up for this. And it's all about, I feel it's all about like, like the first 10 to 20 minutes of your day, getting that started on the right footing helps just create that momentum, and you can just carry that through for the rest of the day. So the poem that I want to share with you is I will persist until I succeed. So I'm going to sort of turn away and read and sort of come back, so just excuse me for that, but this is like a piece of work that means a lot to me, and it kind of sort of gives fuel to the fire to the belligerent mindset that I think you have to have, especially in this day and age. A lot of people are settling more than ever nowadays, and I think it's wrong. I think a lot of people are just kind of like giving up and not realizing that there's so much opportunity out there now. Internet's gone mad now. It's not like it was back in the day, dial up and everything else. It's on now. We're talking about 5G coming down the track soon. So, with that being said, let me just start reading this. So this is by Ogmandino. I know a lot of you guys have probably heard of him. Wrote a book, The Greatest Salesman. So he says, in the Orient, young bulls are tested for the fight arena in a certain manner. Each is brought to the ring and allowed to attack a picador who pricks them with a lance. The bravery of each bull is rated with care according to the number of times he demonstrates his willingness to charge in spite of the sting of the blade. So that's like us being entrepreneurs, going after your goals. The sting of the blade is the no's, the negatives, the people saying no. This is something, that I'm experiencing. And, I've never had to come across this before. I've just been really, really safe, waking up, going to my job every day, which was cool because I loved what I was doing. I was passionate about my work. But the sting of the blade right now, is getting rejections. That's not easy. Henceforth, I recognize that each day I am tested by life in like manner. If I persist, if I continue to try, if I charge forward, I will succeed. Now, really, I could just end it right there, because that's kind of it in a nutshell. I was not delivered unto this world in defeat, nor does failure course in my veins. I am not a sheep waiting to be prodded by my shepherd. I am a lion, and I refuse to talk, to walk, to sleep with the sheep. So it's about, like all of us, myself first, like carefully selecting the people that we closely associate with. I have a friend who's a dear friend to me, and he is somebody, one of the few people that I will allow to come within that inner circle that we all have. And he is somebody that
iHomeEducate. As we grow, we know.